I recently picked up the 1byone Bluetooth scales for $24.99 off Amazon as I needed some scales, but didn't want to shell out for an expensive set. I'll be honest, my expectations weren't set high given the price, but as you'll see, the developers of these scales seem to have spent the money in just the right places. The unboxing is about as basic as it gets. After you open your pizza-esque box, you're presented with a manual, leaflet for the app, and the scales. Setup of the scales is as simple as installing the included batteries and finding a hard, flat floor to place it on. I've tested it on carpet and it resulted me in weighing about 20 kilograms less than I should. With a glass top containing 4 metal conductive pads and a hidden white LED display, these scales give off a surprisingly premium look, despite the price. The scales provide weight measurements in either pounds or kilograms and can automatically detect between 10 different people for individual recordings of weight, muscle mass, body fat, BMI, BMR, water percentage, bone mass, and visceral fat. These smart scales don't support third-party apps such as Samsung or Apple Health, so unfortunately you'll be downloading the much less refined 1byone Wellness 2.0 app instead. Evidently, by looking at the app, a lot less effort was put into its design than making the scales. Navigating the graphs is quite sluggish and the layout can be unintuitive at times. I can't fault it too much, however, as on a purely functional basis, it works, and it has yet to crash on me. Like the scales, setup is quite easy. Just fill in your details and you're ready to go. Choosing different levels has a drastic effect to all non-body weight measurements, so it's important you choose the one which gives you the best results. I was actually quite surprised, as no Bluetooth pairing is required to connect your phone to the scales. Just have the app open on your phone and Bluetooth on, and it will automatically connect once you jump on the scales. I'm unsure of the app's classification of overweight. From what I can tell, it decides on your weight category solely based on your BMI, which depends only on your height and weight, and doesn't include muscle mass. So you might have to take that result with a pinch of salt. To determine the accuracy of the scales, I'll be comparing them to a FitQuest body composition machine in my local gym. I was wearing exactly the same clothes for both measurements, and took them about 10 minutes apart to get the following results. Arguably, the most important measurements, which are weight and fat percentage, are decently close to the gym's measurements, with weight only being 0.8 kilograms off and impressively fat only 0.7% off. Water content accuracy was okay, with a difference of 4.9%. Where the scales were really let down was with the muscle percentage calculation. The gym's results reported 50%, which seems way more realistic. I didn't compare any of the other measurements as the FitQuest machine only provided weight, fat, muscle and water content measurements. The reliability of the measurements is actually really good with these scales, with multiple measurements over the course of 2 hours remaining constant, and the same again when I tested it the next day. I've looked all over the Amazon page, but I can't find a quoted battery life anywhere. When the battery runs out, I'm going to put how long it lasted in the description. So after getting these scales 3 weeks ago, I've gotten into the routine of using them daily. While not the most accurate scales on the market, they do produce reliable results, which means I can consistently track my body composition trends. Being one of the cheaper smart scales on Amazon, it's definitely an enticing low-budget option, as long as you're happy to put up with the subpar app.